7 a.m. or 4:30, it's very crowded. And sometimes children, they don't know which one way or two ways. Okay? So I ask them to do the survey first. Before they do that, they have to understand the meaning of the traffic sign. But before you do project, I assume that students already know. Because they learn close one, close look two, reading, writing, and understand vocabulary and the meaning of traffic light. But now they put that in practice and go one way, stop on speed limit, and they do some like your own out of paper, cardboard, and other material, and they intend to put in the place they think suitable. So, in my opinion, when you do the project, you always think of the purpose of this and the requirement. Sometimes you ask students to do individual work at home, and they come to class and they work together, they put on the poster. Okay, and you sit here, like show them to the class and display your sign in a place around the school. And so, is the English 7 and English 8 or English 9 is more challenging. I show you one example. One of this project. The topic is about environment pollution. Yeah. Suppose that the student already know 4 kinds of environmental pollution: air pollution, noise pollution, land pollution, and water pollution. And then they imagine the area in which the school is located and suffer from environmental pollution, work in group, discuss one time, right? And find some picture, photo to illustrate the pollution problem. They can take the photo from their community. Sometimes they can use the internet to find out the picture, but it looks like they carry out the activity by going to this community and take photo to do project. Okay? Write some practical advice on how to reduce the type of pollution and action plan. Prepare and be present in our class. What about the product? What about the project work? A poster? Poster is the product of the project work. Presentation. What about the content? Content? Recognize the type of pollution. Okay? Make the other know that. And there are some evidence, some illustration photos, and give advice. So I carry out the activity here. My lesson plan. Okay, students will be able to further discuss the topic, preserve environment, and develop their communication skill, blah, blah, blah. Because this is the last activity. The second one, use the key term and key grammatical structure related to environment pollution to discuss one type of pollution, blah, 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 cause and effect of the natural environment, and help the people, local people. And the last one, they apply the language knowledge skill required from the unit, and they give practical advice to the audience. The language objective. Okay? And the second, I say content objective. Recognize serious consequences of environmental pollution of the natural and human life. Build up their classmate awareness of preserving environment and community. Value themselves, they work together to reduce the risk of pollution by practical action. And here we go. And they say this is very important. I divide into objective into 2 parts: language and content. Content is mean that you change their behavior. And in terms of methodology, I always pay much attention to that, right? And they say the core value. Student gain is not only language, but also they build their awareness, the public awareness. The language focus, the key term, key grammar, and the methods I use community language teaching and project-based learning. The lesson plan, and all of you have the handout, right? And the lesson plan, criteria, and rubric and checklist. I give you all of this stuff. Procedure. The first one I introduce is mean that I give them like the purpose of the project, but contextualize the task is mean that before I do that, like set the scene for students to revise the old lesson. I ask them to name 4 type pollution beginning from private lesson, and then ask them some question about cause and effect, and ask them what can we do to reduce the type of pollution, and then ask them what the video is from the YouTube. Okay. When after the discussion, they watch the video and they check what they think about, compare, contrast, right? And then ask students to work in group to discuss the content of the video. And here, this is a video, but because we don't have enough time to do that. B, inform the class the lesson objective. Okay? And here we go. Because they have the textbook, they follow the textbook. And I check student understanding before they carry out the project. The timeline. I give them the timeline here and have the appendix. Right? Okay, allow 1 week for students to work in project. So it's mean project, I give instruction in the classroom and students can carry out at home. And the next lesson, they go to the class, they have 45 for presentation only. Divide the class into groups, step 2, and they choose the monitor, they choose the leader. And step 3, conduct the project. It's been like, I ask them to design the plan or make the detailed plan for their project. For example, one student to collect rubbish from the neighborhood, reduce the rate, blah 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 from here, and they do. Some student can work as the photographer, they take a photo. Some student good at designing and they can design. Some is good at presentation, they can be responsible for presenting. And step 5, prepare for student for the final activity. And staff, I'm sorry, here, information gathering, compiling. Present the final, when they're done, and present the final outcome project. And staff, 7, gallery work, because they design the poster and gallery work, or sometimes they use the PowerPoint. And here we go. Assess student work. Assess student work, I have the appendix here. So I show you some, I give you give constructive and positive feedback, like this guy have just done. Okay? And give it key value. Once again, because in the objective, language objective and content objective, and I come back to say that. What do you have learned today? The value of your project. What do you feel about the project? What do you intend to carry out the plan? Because I did this plan only, and now look like you put them in practice, and they give them chance to apply what they learn. So bring the world to classroom and bring the classroom to life. This is project. It doesn't mean project can give you a 10 point for them because they do grammar and spelling, but here the core value is the more important. So the project's a lot, and my handout I give it to you, and I would like to conclude my presentation today. Here we go. And many people can make the confuse between 2 concepts: a doing project and project-based learning. When doing project, like teacher has knowledge, teacher give direction to student, student follow direction, student learn facts by following direction, student present facts unit N. And you think that either to doing project make student creative? No. It just follow the teacher direction. Teacher ask them do what they do, they just wait. But project-based learning different from that. And I say just doing project. And problem-based learning in here, teacher ask question. Okay? For example, can you find someone your community that face some difficulty related to environment? They say, oh, the water is not good and it is very noisy. You raise the question, right? And students define their own direction to take to solve the problem. Student test and revise the old direction. Student learn information and develop skill. Student apply the knowledge skill to solve the real world problem. Then they are ready to answer the more question. Here we go. I would like you focus on it. Don't ask them to do anything, but read the question for them to find out. So the problem-based learning. And here we go. The eighth thing, like some here, now public product, right? In the gallery walk exhibition, but the one channeling problem question, sometimes you ask question and they can choose the topic. In my class, sometimes I design the project by myself. I don't want to follow the textbook because my student can choose the topic different from the other. They don't want, because last week I give them technology, the topic technology. One student talk about like internet, and they want to know how often students in the school to use internet, what for, and it's good tool for them. Or sometimes they depend on that, they do the survey. The other students don't want to do that. They want to focus on technology. It's a big one, but I would like to, like social media, they want to focus on the, like, smartphone, right? They can choose. And here, reflection, substance inquiry, authenticity, and voice and choice. This is very important in Vietnam. Now, sometimes you raise student choice and voice. In Vietnam, sometimes I say that just like teacher center matters, not learner center. All the students do a lot, and students don't want to do. Okay. All information related to my. Thank you for listening. And here is my information. If you guys want to communicate with me, this is my cell phone number and my email. And I have a lot of books related to methodology and some games, some songs, some chant. If you guys interested in that, you just email me, okay? And I can send you if I can, right? Thank you very much. One more thing. And here we go. Let me see. Okay, just some checklist and appendix. Sometimes you can use that like teamwork plan for you ask them to do. For example, there are 5 people but they don't know what to do. You use the handout, give it to them. Okay, appendix 1 and appendix 2 here. Like guideline for their oral presentation. Sometimes my students don't know how to present, and they ask them presentation. And the first one, introduction, introduce group member, introduce the name, project, reason for choosing the type solution, content, and conclusion. And all of that I have in my handout here. And the appendix, oral presentation rubric. I follow that when I evaluate my student project work, content comprehension, clear speech or pronunciation, enthusiastic preparation, and give it a point here. And appendix 5, here poster rubric. Here we go. Okay, so all of these things, they have a lesson plan, all appendix, and all material related to my project today. So we have just finished game, and song and chants, and project. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you to attend our program today. And in order to finish our program this morning, please welcome Mrs. Hong from Resourcing and Developing Department to introduce you some teaching materials and resource from BME. Only 10 minutes, okay?
Hello everyone, my name is Wang from BME, and I know that you are very tired, but I will keep it very short for you so you have an overview about BME documents. There are two parts in my presentation, but I focus on the first one, how to use BME supplementary documents, and the second one, how to explore some reference source. I will give the slide via email for all the teachers today so you can know more, so you don't waste your time. For the first one, for primary program, grade 1 and 2, we have 6 kinds of different textbooks because there are a lot of schools in Hanoi and some schools choose this book, but another school they choose another book. So with 6 kinds of book, we have the textbook and the workbook together with that. And the workbook, you need to spend the last 5 or 10 minutes each period to ask students to cover some exercise in their workbook. And for the textbook, sometimes we ask students to cover some activities in the textbook for grade 1 and grade 2. However, for our Discovery Island 1 and 2, we have a very special addition for students. It is homework revision. We ask students, no, not us, it's a kind of encourage students to review the lesson at home so they can do it or not. And this is some textbook for grade 1 and 2. And next one for grade 3, 4, and 5. We have 3 kinds of book. The first one is tiếng Anh 3, 4, 5. Number 2 is Family Friends, grade 3, 4, 5. And for our Discovery Island, only grade 4 study this book. Together with textbook, we have BME supplementary, and also we ask students to do it in the last 5 or 10 minutes. And this is some textbook for grade 3 and 4 and 5. And with this textbook, we have BME supplementary together with that. And how to do the BME supplementary document. We spend the last 5 or 10 minutes and we check key after exercise or after all exercise. And we have students peer check, or you can ask some students to hand in their supplementary document each period and ask TA to check and give them star. And now I will give you an overview about the secondary program. We have 2 kinds of programs. The first one is 7-year program, so they use the old version textbook. But for 10-year program, the student use new updated version. But your task is not to follow this book. BME, based on the content, based on the unit, based on the theme of each unit, we design the very brand new document. It's BME supplement document together with each book. So your task is to follow the syllabus and follow some activities in these materials to teach students. Now, let's take a look at the BME Teenager Supplementary Documents. With 7-year program, the students don't have student book, but they have the handout, and together with the teacher guide, we give to students and give the teacher at the beginning of each week, together with the worksheet. And the student so the teacher spend the first 55 or 40 minutes to cover some activities in the handout, and the last 10 and 5 or 10 minutes to cover the worksheet. But for the 10-year program, the student have the student book printed in color, and teacher have the teacher guidebook. And teacher use the student book during a 55 minutes each period. And I will show you the student book like this one. And it's printed in color for students. And this is the teacher guide. We give you a clear instruction to carry some activities in the student book. And this one is the student handout. is for 7-year program, the old version textbook. So you use it in the first 35 minutes and the worksheet in the last 10 minutes. And this one is a student book rated in color, so contain a lot of speaking and listening activities. But there is one thing you need to remember is that the teachers, you needn't use all activities in one period. Your task is to depend on the student level to choose what is the most suitable activities for students. You can finish 70% of this student book. And for the second part, how to explore some reference source, we will send you the email by email so you know more about this. But there is one thing about the First Friend book and Family Friends is that we have a very useful website from Oxford Press. In this website, you can download a lot of materials for teaching. So when you log in this website, so you see some logos of this book, Family Friends. So when you click that, you have some label like this. So you can click on some kind of class audio or story poster or some teacher notes, expansion portfolio or development resource to download for free. For example, I can download a poster like this for students. And for some other books, I will not send all of this one for you. But there is one website I want to introduce you is a website from British Culture to download story. Like this one. So you can download some story and some follow activities for students in PDF form. And this is a very interesting website for you to make crossword or make some game for workshops. It is a website from Discovery Education, free puzzle maker, or you can type the keyword in Google like free puzzle maker, so you can see this link. It helps you to make some game like crossword or workshops like this, or crossword game, and together with a kind of picture software like Photoshop, so you can make a crossword like this for students at grade 6, 7, 8, or maybe for students grade 4 and 5. And that's all about my presentation today. So thank you so much for joining our presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, we will check your attendance this afternoon, and we will have suitable punishment to someone who leave early. So all you guys, please attend fully and timely. We will start our program this afternoon at 1:45. Okay? Thank you very much. Enjoy your lunch.